Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kyle Richards opens up about the hard parts of co-parenting with Mauricio Umansky. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards is opening up about co-parenting her daughters, Alexia Umansky, Portia Umansky, and Sofia Umansky, with their father, Mauricio Umansky, whom she separated from in 2023. Umansky is also the stepfather to Richards' eldest child, Farah Al-Jafri. During a February 2025 episode of the RHOBH After Show, Richards said she has a good relationship with her estranged husband. She said, however, that she will occasionally get upset with him because of stories in the press. As an example, she said she got annoyed about something regarding Umansky during their December 2024 family trip to Aspen. Richards said that Umansky reminded her that they have to work together for Alexia Umansky's upcoming wedding. He's like, "Listen, we have a lot of important dates coming up. We want to have good energy together." And I was like, okay, you're right, said Richards during the RHOBH After Show episode. She then said, "It's hard sometimes going through this. When you see headlines, I try not to look, but then I'll be scrolling, minding my business, trying to find a funny meme to make me laugh. And then it's like bam, Kyle and Mauricio, and I'm like, wasn't expecting that," said Richards. During the RHOBH After Show episode, Richards said she is grateful that she and her estranged husband still get along. She said, however, that their friendship does complicate their separation. "Like I look at other people who are like, oh, we're separated. We're fighting like crazy. Boom, done, divorced, finished. And that's just not the case with us. And I think sometimes it would be better if it was more black and white. It's just different things work for different people," said Richards. During a February 2025 interview on the Bravo's Hot Mic podcast, Richards spoke about what led to her separation from Umansky. According to Richards, she and Umansky stopped prioritizing their relationship after their respective careers took off. Richards also said that Umansky started getting attention that he didn't get before when his company, the agency, became successful. "There's more people looking at him. He's a rich man. It's a very different situation. I think even looking and seeing him as a great husband, a great dad, is appealing to some of these women out there that don't care if someone is married. Just I think having that thrown in your face all the time. And of course, me being busy and traveling. I think all of that did not help," said Richards during the podcast interview. In a December 2024 episode of Bravo's Hot Mic podcast, Umansky shared if he believed he and Richards would mend their marriage. "I think that we are both allowing time to pass without doing anything. I think that the way I'm seeing it is that everything will happen naturally for whenever it is meant to be, or however it's meant to be," said Umansky. He also said that he believed the longer you're apart, the harder it is to reconcile. Kyle Richards, the star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and a well-known figure in the world of reality TV, has recently opened up about her co-parenting journey with her estranged husband, Mauricio Umansky. The couple, who announced their separation in 2023 after more than 2 decades of marriage, has faced significant media attention throughout their split, largely due to their high-profile status and shared family life. However, in an emotional interview, Kyle revealed that the process of co-parenting, while rewarding, has not been without its challenges. She describes it as one of the hardest things she's ever had to do. Here, Kyle sheds light on the complexities, emotions, and hurdles of raising their children while navigating life after divorce. A strong family foundation. Before diving into the difficulties, Kyle made it clear that her family remains her top priority. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, she and Mauricio have always tried to maintain a united front when it comes to their children, Farah, Alexia, Sofia, and Portia. Kyle explained that while their relationship has changed, the foundation of love and care for their children has remained constant. They are both committed to being good parents, something that has always been important to them. "We're both really focused on what's best for the kids," she said. "No matter what happens between Mauricio and me, we want them to know that they are loved, supported, and that their parents will always be there for them." Kyle also emphasized the importance of showing their children that even when relationships shift, the family unit can still function in a healthy, supportive way. She spoke about how she and Mauricio are committed to their roles to communicate openly and clearly with their daughters as they navigate this new chapter of life. The emotional roller coaster of co-parenting. Despite their shared commitment to their children, co-parenting has proven to be an emotional roller coaster for Kyle. She candidly revealed that there are days when the process feels overwhelming. "Some days are really tough," she admitted. "It's hard when you're used to having a partner to share everything with, and suddenly you're doing it all on your own. It's a major adjustment." The transition from being a married couple to co-parents has presented new challenges, especially when it comes to balancing time between both parents. Kyle admitted that there have been times when coordinating schedules for their kids has felt particularly taxing. "We're both busy with our own lives, and sometimes it feels like a logistical nightmare," she confessed. "There are events to attend, trips to plan, and just the everyday tasks that come with raising children. But at the end of the day, we always try to make it work." One of the hardest parts, Kyle explained, is not having Mauricio around the house as often. For years, they shared their home and daily routines together, and now, she's had to adjust to life without him in the same capacity. "I miss him being here in certain ways," she said, "but we are both adapting and doing what we need to do for the kids." Navigating life after divorce. For Kyle, the journey of co-parenting isn't just about managing logistics. It's also about finding a new sense of self. The end of her marriage to Mauricio has pushed her to confront her own feelings, something that has been difficult but ultimately empowering. "It's really hard when you go through a divorce, especially after so many years together," Kyle said. "There's a grieving process, and sometimes it feels like the hardest part is moving on emotionally." However, Kyle acknowledged that healing has been a gradual process. She's had to focus on her own growth, and part of that includes creating new routines and finding joy in the little moments with her children. "I've been focusing on my personal growth and trying to find joy in my life again," she explained. "It's not easy, but I'm learning to embrace new opportunities, new experiences, and new challenges." One of those opportunities came in the form of her career. While Kyle has always been a successful businesswoman, her career trajectory has shifted in light of the changes in her personal life. She's been able to take on new projects and prioritize her own passions, something that has been both fulfilling and empowering. "I've been able to explore things that excite me and push myself creatively," she said. "It's been a great way to take control of my life again." The importance of communication. Despite the emotional strain of their separation, Kyle and Mauricio have made it a priority to communicate openly and honestly. She acknowledged that maintaining a positive relationship as co-parents requires a lot of effort, but the key to success lies in communication. "It's not easy," she said, "but it's important to check in with each other, especially when it comes to the kids. We both want the best for them, and that means having tough conversations and sometimes compromising." Kyle also discussed how they've learned to navigate the more difficult conversations about their children's needs and emotional well-being. With teenagers, the dynamics of parenting can shift dramatically, and Kyle noted that keeping an open line of communication with her daughters has helped her understand their evolving needs. "Our kids are growing up fast, and their needs are changing," she said. "That's something Mauricio and I have had to really focus on together. We make sure we're both on the same page when it comes to what's best for them." Moving forward with grace and hope. Despite the difficulties Kyle and Mauricio have faced as they adjust to life as co-parents, They are both determined to move forward with grace and hope. Kyle shared that she is focused on maintaining a positive outlook for the future, both for herself and her family. "I think that's the most important thing for me right now, looking forward with optimism and hope," she said. In addition to co-parenting, Kyle is also committed to continuing her personal growth and fostering a sense of peace within herself. As she embraces this new chapter, she's learning to prioritize her happiness, all while ensuring her children feel supported and loved. She believes that with time, everything will fall into place. "Every day is a step forward," Kyle reflected. "I know that with time, things will get easier, and we'll all come out of this stronger."